After several months of leadership crises in Kogi State, the group of G15 are back to the assembly complex. Well, the Honorable Judgement group are back with the opposition group. Honorable Umar Imam speaks to us on the return of their colleagues. And it appears the PDP may be set for a new round with a brand new leadership led by Senator Herman Makarufi. The journey begins. We'll look at how far the newly found peace in the party will go and the future of the party. And that's to focus on the program. Thank you so much for joining in, everyone. I'm Sheung Okin Baloye. A quick update on some of the stories we've been following for some time now. The Anambra PDP crisis and the issue of the federal legislative seats tussle. Today, a federal high court sitting in Abuja will, on the 14th of June, hear a motion on why the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, INEC, Professor Yakubu Mahmood, and others in the suit should not be committed to prison for disobedience of court order. Justice James Saho fixed the date after the parties addressed the court in the contempt proceedings filed by the Ejike Ogwebego-led faction of the PDP in Anambra State, seeking the plaintiff in the suit to benefit from a Supreme Court judgment affirming Mr. Ogwebego as the chairman of the PDP in Anambra State. And here are the thoughts of the lawyers after today's court sitting.
Disobeyed the order of court, compelling them to accept the lists of the primaries which they, as INEC, monitored. INEC monitored a particular set of primaries. And that was the decision of the High Court, the Federal High Court, which went on appeal to the Supreme Court and all the way to the Supreme Court. Now, the Supreme Court set aside the judgment of the Court of Appeal, which went against the judgment of the High Court, and restored the judgment of the High Court. Now, the judgment of the High Court is that only the lists from the Ogwebego-led faction shall be the list of the candidates at the election.
The plaintiff commenced a post-judgment application by way of a contempt proceedings against the Independent National Electoral Commission that my Lord, Honorable Justice Chukwu, in 2014, December, giving them leeway as a state executive of Anambra State to conduct primaries and submit lists to INEC. That judgment traveled to Appeal Court set it aside. He went to Supreme Court affirmed and said it's the executive that is recognized. They come back here and said INEC is incompetent. We have filed motion challenging the issuance of 448, challenging the competence of the court to hear the application.
We keep tabs on that situation in Anambra PDP. You know, the issues involved in the Anambra PDP, of course, you know that two senators, or two senatorial seats are in contention here, and several federal House of Representatives seats, which the Ogwebego group and the Emeka group have been locked in this argument of who are the rightful occupants of the seats, and the case has gone to court. Of course, we've taken that case severally on the program, so we see how that pans out. We're moving on to some other issues, and precisely to issues of election. The Speaker of the House of Representatives, Honorable Yakubu Dogara, has called for the amendment of the Electoral Act to accommodate the use of card readers in elections in Nigeria. The Speaker made this call at a retreat organized for the House of Representatives Committee on Electoral and Political Parties in Nigeria. He urged the committee and the Independent National Electoral Commission to give legal backing for the use of card readers in the 2019 general elections. Well, now let's bring you some of all the political stories we are following right now.
political roundup on Channels Television. Here are your top political stories this time.
A former Nigerian president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, has advocated the use of effective telecommunication system to tackle some of the challenges slowing down socio-economic development of the country and enhance good governance. He was speaking at an event in Ota, Ogun State, southwest Nigeria.
Information and communications technology is an important tool through which good governance can be structured.
And the federal government has blamed the poor state of the economy on corruption and the fall in the price of crude oil. Speaking at a meeting with members of the Broadcasting Organization of Nigeria, the Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, said Nigeria is passing through a very difficult time and that the road to economic prosperity would be rough. The minister said if the present administration had not been elected, the country's economy would have collapsed.
But then this government is aware it was not elected to make excuses, but to put the nation back to work.
We must not allow yesterday's misfortunes to recur again.
As the world celebrates Children's Day, politicians are taking time to also celebrate the Nigerian child. The Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki, today took time to visit some children in Abuja, where he took time to teach and spend quality time with them. In several other states, time to mark the day.
And you're up to date. Those are your top political stories you need to know.